So amazing. Everyone, please welcome to the show, Ty Smith.
What is really on Fokios and Fokuramas? I'm Ty Smith, Model Renaissance Man. Welcome to my channel, Model Renaissance Man. If you are someone that's been subscribed to my channel for a long time, double check to make sure that you are. But if you are fairly new to the channel, get an idea of what this channel is about. What do? Go to my channel, click on playlist. All these different things I do on this channel. See all these different thumbnails? Those are all different categories of things that I do on this channel, from comedy to cooking to DIY when it comes to fixing cars. There's a lot of things I do on this channel. So check the channel out in its entirety before you subscribe. I'm pretty sure you'll find something on here that you like. Honestly, they seem to be really terrified about this Vladimir Putin and Tucker Carlson interview. Check this out.
We're here to interview the president of Russia, Vladimir Putin.
Tucker Carlson is lying from the streets of Russia, no less.
Not a single Western journalist has bothered to interview the president of the other country involved in this conflict, Vladimir Putin.
That's a lie. Serious news outlets, including CNN, have requested Putin to interview over and over again.
Most Americans have no idea why Putin invaded Ukraine or what his goals are now. They've never heard his voice.
Another lie. Serious news outlets, including CNN, have covered and, of course, reported on Putin's words since this war began, including one of his baseless justifications for the invasion of Ukraine, which he initially claimed was to stop the Nazis.
First, because it's our job. We're in journalism.
Tucker Carlson is not a journalist, not even close, and his former employer in a court case actually agreed. Quote, the general tenor of the show should then inform a viewer that Carlson is not stating actual facts about the topics he discusses and is instead engaging in exaggeration and non-literal commentary.
2 years into a war that's reshaping the entire world, most Americans are not informed. They have no real idea what's happening in this region, here in Russia or 600 miles away in Ukraine.
For 2 years, real journalists have risked their lives to report from the ground each and every day in Russia and in Ukraine, including 2 U.S. journalists who are right now baselessly being detained by Vladimir Putin. And joining me now is founding partner and Washington correspondent for Puck, Julia Ioffe. Julia, thanks for staying up for us. What is in it for Putin to do this interview with Tucker Carlson, both from an American audience perspective and also, of course, his audience back home in Russia?
Abby, thank you so much for calling out so many of Tucker Carlson's lies. There are so many of them in that 4.5-minute video that it's hard to get at all of them, but I'm glad you dismantled some of the most important ones. But I think what's really shocking about this is the way he kind of just walks right into Moscow and presents himself on a silver platter to the Kremlin, doing the Kremlin's job of misinforming, disinforming the American population. Putin, from the very beginning of this war, has angled to basically create a bridge to American right-wingers and conservatives like Tucker Carlson, saying that he's fighting gender-neutral bathrooms in Ukraine, saying that he's fighting queer gender roles in Ukraine, basically signaling to them that there's an ideological affinity and that I'm your guy. And in fact, if you recall, shortly before Putin invaded Ukraine in February of 2022, Tucker Carlson went on his show on Fox News and said, hey, why are we allying ourselves with Ukraine when we should be the allies of Putin? We have the same ideas as him, and he should be our friend.
Who do you think is winning this propaganda war right now, given everything that you laid out? And also just, by the way, the fact that right now, U.S. aid for Ukraine is stalled in Washington because of Republican opposition.
Well, I think so far, or right now, Putin is winning, mostly because people in the West are tired. They have war fatigue. There's another war, a horrible war happening in Gaza right now. And a few Republicans on the right are doing, or actually a lot of them are doing Donald Trump's bidding because he does not like Ukraine. He likes Vladimir Putin, and he has told them to hold up funding for Ukraine, that there should be no more money for Ukraine. So all of that disinformation, all of that buttering up of the American right wing and of Donald Trump and people close to him has really paid off handsomely for Vladimir Putin, because Ukrainian troops are right now, as we speak, running out of ammunition, running out of men, in the middle of a horrible, deadly winter.
Do you have any concern that Tucker Carlson's interview with Vladimir Putin could further erode support for Ukraine aid in the United States?
We're convinced that there is strong bipartisan support on Capitol Hill for supporting Ukraine. And we know there's efforts now to bring something up onto the Senate floor for a vote that would have Ukraine, Israel, Indo-Pacific, and humanitarian assistance, so supplemental funding in it, and without the border. We'll let senators work that out. The president believes that support for Ukraine is critical, particularly right now, as Russia continues to try to hit their defense industrial base, continue to hit their units on that battlefront from east to south. It's vital, and he's confident that, and based on the meetings he's had with leaders on Capitol Hill and the discussions he's had, certainly over recent weeks, that again, the leadership, even on the House side, the leadership is solidly in support of supporting Ukraine. Now, how they're going to be affected or impacted by a television interview, I couldn't begin to guess.
I guess I'm asking beyond just Congress, among the American people, many of whom, watch Tucker Carlson's show and are inclined already to be skeptical of American support for Ukraine. Would hearing directly from Putin potentially erode that further, not just in the halls of Congress, but among the people?
The American people know well who's at fault here, and I think they know that there was no grounds whatsoever for the invasion on February 22nd, 2 years ago. He invaded a neighboring country without provocation. Ukraine wasn't a threat to anybody, and the American people understand that. And the American people understand what Ukraine's fighting for. And all they're asking for is our help. They're not asking for American boots on the ground. Again, I don't think the American people are going to be swayed by one single interview. And I think anybody that watches that interview, I haven't seen whatever's said, need to make sure remember you're listening to Vladimir Putin. And you shouldn't take at face value anything he has to say.
I think we're at a point right now where we are done listening to what's coming from mainstream media, even what's coming from the FBI, the CIA. We're done listening to you. We, the American people, would rather look at something for ourselves and make our own decisions, which is something that's called critical thinking that they used to teach in school. I know a lot of people have lost that, but already you want to paint this picture and expect us to be this certain way. Just like the old school show, the great dictator, I think it was Charlie Chaplin, said, "Don't give yourselves to brutes. Men who despise you will enslave you, who regiment your lives, tell you what to do, what to think, and what to feel, who drill you, diet you." This is what I'm saying. This is exactly what they want to do. Hey, make sure that when you wash it, don't. No, we tired. Y'all told us the hokey pokey Fauci ouchie was going to be great for everybody, that they won't have to worry about getting COVID again, and 6 boosters later, what? So I think at this point, we're done listening to what y'all have to say and what we should be doing and what we shouldn't be doing. We will be the ones to look at this and make that determination ourselves. Well, Vladimir Putin could be lying to Tucker Carlson to deceive people. We will look at that and make that determination ourselves. But in the end, only time will tell. Why are they so scared about you and I, the American people, seeing this interview? That already should be a red flag to most of us right now, that they do not want us to see it. And I don't even know how this is going to happen for those of you that are watching this. If YouTube somehow censors this and just try to put it down as being like you promoting a terrorist, that's going to tell y'all a lot. If Instagram, Facebook, YouTube won't allow you to post this interview or anything like that or see this interview, that's going to tell you a whole lot. Well, we don't put up things with terrorists and dictators, blah, 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 blah. But there's all type of videos of Vladimir Putin up there right now from past interviews from American journalists. So yeah, I'm just thinking that people are shaking in their boots because there might be some truths that's going to be coming out here that they don't want us to know about. And they're going to be like, nope, that's a lie. Don't believe him. Don't. I'm telling you, I can already feel it. The fact that a lot of fake news organizations are all coming out. Well, who would listen to him? He's a dictator. He's a bully. Tucker Carlson is just a plant. He's only doing this because Donald Trump told him to. Oh no, mainstream medias, we're done. We're done with y'all. We already know what y'all tricks and stuff are. We, the American people, will look at this ourselves. Don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, hit that like button before y'all get out of here. And matter of fact, get into your cell phones right now. Let somebody know about this channel. Tell them to subscribe to the channel. I would appreciate it if you would really do that. All right. With that being said, we're going to see here in about another 30 minutes. I'm Ty Smith, Model Renaissance Man, hoping and praying that every last one of you have food, shelter, and clothing. And most of all, I pray every last one of you guys are in great health mentally, physically, emotionally, and spiritually. God bless you all through Jesus. What's going on, everybody? So, hey, check this out. I appreciate you guys watching. I appreciate you taking time out of your day to view these videos. Do not forget to subscribe to the channel, give the video a thumbs up, and also right here is where you can catch the next video, the latest video that I've done. But like right up here, this is stuff that I've done kind of in the past. So in this area, you might find a video that I've done in the past. It can be funny, it can be something serious, it does not matter. But this is something that you can also do to check out more material that I do in my channel, because I do a lot in this channel, all right? So again, appreciate everything from you guys. Keep on watching it, keep on supporting it, and God bless you all.